Gentlemen, the small asteroid that God talked to me, it won't arrive in September 2015, but it will explode in the air between the 8th and 9th October 2015. That is the small asteroid that God talked to me.
Tu hora por fin ha llegado. Esto es global, ya no lo puedes ignorar. Extiéndele tu mano y su camino sigue ya. No esperes que sea tarde, que solo puedes quedarte en la oscuridad.
The title of this message, The Small Asteroid. Since some days ago, today is the mid-June, and since some weeks ago, there is something in the internet, some news that I don't know where it comes from, but it is about an asteroid that is about to hit the Earth around September 2015. And this is something that it has been alleged to the servant of God in Puerto Rico.
Vamos a hablar precisamente de ese asteroide. Por eso el título del mensaje, el asteroide pequeño, que tampoco pequeño no es, ¿no?
The asteroid is not that small. We will talk about the small asteroid right now.
Antes de entrar de lleno al tema, quiero decirles lo siguiente.
I want to tell you something before starting the main topic. I think that
me diera tiempos para sus juicios a la tierra. Lo he dicho antes, lo reitero.
I didn't ask God that He give me dates about His judgment to the earth. This is more than my heart desires. I didn't plan this. God planned that these dates. He decided to give me these dates. He asked me to serve Him. In 2010, God told me that you cannot hide of me. Wherever you go, I will bring you here.
Es por eso que ahora tengo la responsabilidad, entre otras cosas, porque son muchas.
That's why I have the responsibility. I have the responsibility to bring this message, not popular, that causes fear to many people, and that many people deny it.
Dicen algunos pastores, me comentan algunos fieles, algunos hermanos que me escriben.
Some pastor comments that write me, and they tell me, I asked to my pastor and to know if it is true those judgment dates and to put it in prayer, but they didn't ask me. They didn't respond me what the Holy Spirit told them. And some pastors, some people said that it's not good, this kind of message, because they are very negative. It's not a popular message. Many people don't like this kind of message. Some people said the best part is to come.
Punto se puede entender que sí.
And it's not like that, but you can understand that maybe it could be a good part, could be because of the arrival of Jesus, but some people think it's because you will have money, you have prosperity. But the best part is to come because Jesus will come and the will of God will be done. But many people don't want to understand that will start with many judgments in the earth, with asteroids, with earthquake.
Que se están aproximando peligrosamente a este planeta. Entonces, como digo,
as I say,
a la gente no le gusta escuchar noticias que sean
people don't want to hear bad news.
¿Saben una cosa? Ustedes, como repito, le he dicho en otros momentos,
how I said before,
ustedes son testigos, van a ser testigos de la segunda
you are
venida de
witness, you will be witness of the second coming of Jesus.
Vivan y sobrepasen las dificultades que nos tocarán.
I hope you will surpass the difficulties that we will live in those days.
Con respecto al tema de los testigos del que se hace referencia.
Now talking about the witness, the two witnesses that the Bible talks about, that of course they have to be born yet, and there should be around 50 years old. When they will appear, they will send a message very unpopular, and many people won't like them. Many Christians won't like the two witnesses that is mentioned in the Bible, because they will bring bad news to the people. And also the two witnesses they will know that they are the two witnesses. To begin with, I know that many brothers don't know what I am talking about. For those that don't read the Bible, I will explain a little bit more. Because in the Revelations book, it says that two witnesses will appear. They will be known as the two witnesses. And they will go to different places around the world, carrying out a bad message, a message of judgment around the world. This is what I'm talking about the witnesses in the Bible. The question is, if the two witnesses are with us, they will know that they are the two witnesses? I don't think so. They won't know that they are the two witnesses. And if they knew it, for sure they will not say it to anybody. Why? Because it will be not humble to say, I am the Bible, I am one of the two witnesses. In the case that the two witnesses know that they are the two witnesses. Now, the Christians, could sometimes recognize the two witnesses. They will know who they are. They will say, those are the two witnesses. And Jesus said, if Jesus, they killed Jesus, they didn't recognize Jesus as the Lord, then what will happen to the two witnesses? For sure, they will not recognize them. They will kill them, the two witnesses. And before the end of the 7 years, at the middle, before the 3.5 years, they will kill the two witnesses. And after 3.5 days, God will resurrect the two witnesses and they will go to the heaven. Only after that, the people will know that those two persons were the two witnesses that is mentioned in the Bible. Then they will know too late that those two persons were the two witnesses. Only they will know when they have been resurrected. The people will be happy that the two witnesses have been killed because they sent too many bad news to the people. The people will not like them. They said, maybe they will say because they didn't like how they speak. The way he talked didn't reflect the love of God. Those people, they don't read the Bible. They don't know the Bible. Those people that live lukewarm and they think that they hear the Holy Spirit, they are mistaken. Because many times it's a bad spirit or a demon or Satan that speak to them because they are lukewarm. They are not hot for Jesus, hot for God. So they are deceived by bad spirits or demons. They hear many things convenient for the kingdom of Satan, but not for God. Imagine what happened to the two witnesses. They are chosen for God. And what will happen to us that we are giving the bad message, a message not popular? We will have many problems as well. Many people said, if the asteroid come to the Earth, touch Earth, it should not touch in 2016, but this year, in 2015. Why they say that? Some people are mad or jealous because they said they choose me to give this message about the asteroid that will hit Earth in the 16th of May 2016, a 9-kilometer diameter asteroid built mainly by ice that will destroy everything near. I don't know if the highest mountain will serve to hide from this disaster. When I heard the news that in September 2015 it will come an asteroid, I didn't know where this information came from. So I spoke to God and I asked Him if any asteroid will hit the Earth in September of 2015. Because they're giving a date like 22 of September 2015, something like that, that an asteroid will hit Earth. And I asked God this week, and about the asteroid that is talking about so much, that supposedly it will hit the Earth in September of 2015. In the 22 and 25th, around the 22 of September 2015, God told me that this asteroid that they are mentioning, it it will approach the earth,
el Espíritu de Dios me
but
dijo,
it won't
ese
touch the
asteroide
earth.
es el pequeño del que te hablé
It won't
en
hit the
2014.
earth, because God told me that this is the small asteroid that God told me in 2014.
En el cielo explotará.
However, it will not touch the earth. However, it will explode in the air, and will be a very bright light in the air, and everybody will see it. Many people will see it,
Señores,
and will explode in the air
probablemente ese asteroide,
without touching the
según lo
earth.
que me dijo el Espíritu,
And
explote,
maybe,
pero no por causas naturales. Y digo
how
que
it
es
told me the
probable
Spirit, not because of natural causes, but
que será
because
lanzado
it will
desde
explode because of a nuke.
Por eso reitero, ningún
Somebody will send a nuke
tocará tierra
to destroy
en
the
2015.
asteroid, maybe.
Ningún asteroide,
But
por más que pasen cerca,
no asteroid will touch the Earth 2015. I want to be clear on that.
siendo una advertencia de Dios. La gente, yo estoy seguro, estoy más que seguro,
I am very sure
aquellos que apoyan la errada idea del siervo boricua, de que
that
el asteroide
those
ya
people
en
that
cualquier momento caiga. Ahora
believe
sí, una vez que no se cumplió
the
en
wrongly
2014,
idea
ahora sí,
of the
a partir
Puerto
de que no se
Rican
cumplió en 2014, ya cae en cualquier
person,
momento. Ahora sí,
Efraín
en
Rodriguez,
cualquier
that
momento cae.
the asteroid
Estoy
will
seguro
hit
que
anytime
esas
Earth.
personas que apoyan
I know
al
that
siervo
those
pequeño
people
son,
that believe this
hasta cierto
message,
punto, esas
that
personas
anytime it will hit
no están
the asteroid
guardando
Earth,
comida todavía, ni agua,
they are not
ni
keeping
están
food and
muy
water
preocupados durante este
right
año,
away, right now.
porque
But
aunque no lo digan, en sus
maybe
cabecitas
even
están
if they
diciendo,
don't
"No,
tell
es
them,
que va a caer
they
en mayo del
don't keep
2016".
food and water because they are waiting, they are believing that the asteroid maybe will hit the 16th of May 2016.
No, ya en cualquier momento cae, en cualquier momento, pero adentro en sus corazones sienten que no es
In their hearts,
y sienten que
they
todavía
feel
tienen
that
tiempo para
it is
juntar un
not
poco
this
más de
year,
dinero y hacerse de provisiones,
that
porque
they have more time to make money, a little bit more money, and make provisions, buy food and water for 16th of May 2016.
solidaridad, que va más allá de lo que el Señor pide.
They have too much solidarity to Efraín Rodriguez.
No, para nada, para nada.
This is not a personal confrontation with
De
him,
verdad, saben, me preocupa bastante que
but I'm very worried
la gente esté engañada.
that people are deceived.
Y yo entiendo acá que no hay un mal corazón de parte de
I know
del
it's
siervo
not
en
bad
referencia.
intention about
Yo
this
entiendo de que
man,
el siervo siente
Efraín
que
Rodriguez,
está
because he feels that he has the obligation to continue to send this kind of message
a finales de 2014.
at the end 2014, but in the private he didn't want to do more, send more message, but God maybe has forgive him, but still he doesn't have more prophecy in the future. And people said maybe, hey, Ricardo, what happened if nothing occurs, if your dates of destruction, of judgment doesn't occur? And they said, and what will you do next if it's not true? Then I told them I will go in vacations. And if doesn't occur, God has some reason for it. Maybe God wants to dishonor me in front of many people, but it's not problem. It's His will. I don't care about my name because I didn't achieve big things with my name. I am not a famous people. I am not seeking for fame. My best legacy of my family is my name, but it's not very important for me. It's not very important. I am not like Saul, that says to Samuel, please talk to the elders so that they can honor me. Please. I need honor. I won't say that to God. I don't need that. If God doesn't want to honor me and wants to put me in shame, and it is His will. Amen. Only what I know is that God will discredit somebody that was ready to give everything, even my name, even my life for Him, and that I will give my life with resignation and joy. And if it occurs, glory to God. If it doesn't occur, then I will say bye-bye and will go on vacation. It's not a menace. But what it will do if I am discredited in front of you? So what they will say, it didn't touch the ground in 2016, but it will touch anytime soon, then I don't have any credit to continue. It is true that nobody knows the day and the hour, only the Father, even not Jesus. It is a topic very mentioned by everybody, by the brethren. Nobody knows the hour, the day. But I am not talking about the hour or the day. I am talking only about an asteroid. I'm talking about something different. Why do these people, these brothers, are so ignorant in the Word of God? Then, talking about this topic, about the day and the hour, Jesus was a man that was in the earth that has limitation. But now, Jesus is all-powerful in the heavens. I am pretty sure that now that Jesus is now God, He really knows right now the day and the hour. I am pretty sure He knows right now. Because now He is God. Because before He was a man, and when He was a man, He said nobody knows the day and the hour. But now He is God, now He knows the day and the hour. I'm pretty sure about that. But okay, let's say that nobody knows the day and the hour, but we can know the times which we are living. Please, brothers, how come you can see the weather and you can say when it's gonna rain, when it's gonna have bad weather, then you cannot see the bad things that is occurring in the world? Maybe you cannot know the day or the hour, but many things that you can know. For example, that we will know approximately when Jesus will come, because of the things that we have in the Bible. We cannot know the day and the hour, but we can even know the year, approximately the year that Jesus will arrive. This is not against the Bible, this is biblical. If you don't believe me, just read the Bible and study the Bible. Not just read it, just also study it and ask for the Holy Spirit for discernment. For example, if the Antichrist appeared in 2020 with no doubt, so who can say that by the year 2027 Jesus will not come? That Jesus will not destroy the Antichrist? Who can say that? Not because I said it, just to put it clearly. Let's say that in the year 2020 it will be, the Antichrist will be in the earth here. It will appear to everybody, like God told me about it. Just forget what God told me. But let's put, for example, imagine that somebody is put like president of the world, the all government of all the world in the 2020. You just hear it in the news that this person is named the president of the planet Earth. then what you will see, what you will say to everybody, nobody knows the day or the hour. If you see really that the Antichrist is governing in 2020, if you see that somebody is governing all the planet, and all the Christians knows that it's the Antichrist, then if you are a Christian, you read the Bible, you will know that by the year 2027, Jesus will come and the reign of the Antichrist will end.
De esto de que si apareciera en 2020. Vamos a algo más tangible y real. En el año 1947 la nación de Israel, que es el reloj.
Let's go to something more tangible. In the year 1947, when Israel was created, by the way, Israel is the prophetic clock of the Lord. The ONU created the nation of Israel in one day. In only one day was created the nation of Israel, like it's told in the Word of God. Also, the Word of God it is mentioned that the members of this generation that returns to Israel, that those persons that returns of this created nation Israel, those persons, when they will be settled in this nation, in this land, this same generation will see the return of Jesus. So this generation has returned in 1947. Then, for example, if a boy or a girl born 1 month after that his parents returned to Israel in 1947, then this boy or girl, and every people that was born around this date, and that they are installed in Israel, this generation will see then the return of God, according to the Word of God. Then don't tell to God, please don't send the asteroid, because if God doesn't send the asteroid, then the generation that was born in 1947 in the land of Israel will die, and His word, the Word of God, will not be fulfilled. Some people said the asteroid didn't hit in 2014 because God wanted to give us more time to prepare so we can repent for our sin. No, it's not true. Never was the plans of God to send an asteroid in the year 2014, but only in the 16th of May 2016. These plans of God, nobody has changed it, because all the scripture has to be modified. So this is the generation of 2047 of Israel will die and won't see Jesus, the second coming of Jesus. So the Word of God must be fulfilled. This return must see Jesus. Then, how much time is one generation? So God tells us that one generation is around 70 years. And also He adds that also this generation can live up to 80 years. A strong generation can live about 80 years. So, my brothers, the Bible is opening before your eyes, and God is using me to explain these things. Many people, they won't believe what I'm saying. Like the same way, like the two witnesses will appear, and they won't believe them, and many Christians and people will say they are blasphemies, they are liars. And they will see, you know, look, they killed the two witnesses. They killed them in Israel. Then 3.5 days after, they saw them, they will see them resurrect, and they will eat all his words, what they said. Each of their words. They will eat each of their words. All those words, they will eat it. Many of those are ignorance, hypocrites. They will have to eat their own words. And who are those people? Many of them are behind their computers, seeing these images, this video. Why? Because now I'm going back to what I was talking about. Brethren, if really God told me the truth about that the Antichrist will come in 2020, then by the year 2027, the Antichrist has to die in the hands of Jesus. And you know how many years passed from 1947 to 2027? It will pass 80 years. It is a strong generation, as told in the Bible.
Entonces se entendería que es una generación robusta, la que prolongó su tiempo de vida.
It will be a strong generation that will live 80 years. I am not against the Bible. I am just in the scriptures. You can take it like a speculation. In the case I am wrong about that the Antichrist will arrive in 2020. I am pretty sure that it's what is going to happen. I don't want that you believe me blindly. I am not the owner of the truth. I just repeat what God told me. I didn't make any calculations. I am saying what God is talking to me, what God is telling me. I bend my knees in the night. All day I'm connected to God, but in the morning, around 3 to 4 a.m., I'm praying to God. I pray to God, and there is when God tells me about many visions, and when God speaks to me. I don't deserve to be talked like that by God. And what He says to me, I just speak to the people. Then you will know there is a prophet in front of you. When talking about prophet, I am speaking about somebody that has the gift of prophecy. Because I'm not considering myself like a prophet, but I have the gift of prophecy that God gave me. Just call me, don't call me prophet, Ricardo. Just call me Ricardo. It's like seeking that somebody tells me engineer or doctor. When you speak to me, just say Ricardo. No need to say Dr. Ricardo Salazar, Prophet Ricardo Salazar. I don't need that. I don't need that kind of recognition. I am pretty sure that Paul didn't say, oh, wait a minute, I am not just Paul, I am the Apostle Paul. I don't think that Paul was into that. Also me, myself, I am not into that. I'm not very worried about my name, about they honor me, that my name is in the first page. I'm not worried about that. There is a crown in the heavens for me, for what I am doing here in the earth. And this is enough for me. This is my objective. I am waiting for recognition from men. Maybe one or two brothers wants to call me prophet with a special title, and I thank him. I thank them because of this respect. But you just can say me, you just name me Ricardo Salazar. You don't need to put a title before my name. That's why God does what He wants, and He speaks His message to whoever who wants. And He can be quiet whenever He wants to be quiet. Even if you pray and you fast, maybe God doesn't want to speak to you, you can do nothing about it. Sometimes He can say something generic to many people, and to one person can say something very specific, like me. Something specific like this man or this sir. You can just name me Mr. Ricardo Salazar. Don't call me servant of God, prophet. Don't call me even pastor. When they speak my name like that, Ricardo, or this Mr. Ricardo, they think they're offending me. These people that don't believe in my prophecies. But just call me Ricardo with confidence. You know, these sounds that you are hearing like trumpet around the world, these strange sounds around the world, they are not trumpet, they are sounds of inside the earth. They are not trumpets, they are just sounds from the earth. Even if some trumpets sounds, it won't sound literally. They have other meaning. There are many persons that has many doubts about the asteroids, because they say, why you're talking about the asteroid that's coming in 2015 if you are talking about the other asteroid, you talk about the other asteroid 2016. They're very confused. I will explain that. The Lord told me that many meteorites will arrive in the earth in August, in the 22 of August 2015. And those group of asteroids will burn a third of the forest in the earth, a third of trees in the earth. And many people will die also. Many houses will be burned, many cars will be destroyed. This planet will stay very worried about these events. This will be a prophecy of mine that will be accomplished, will be realized. In the past also I talk about also talk about that at the end of September. At the end of September 2015, the world will be very worried. For some reason, I didn't know. Now I understand that they are the meteorites. These meteorites will make many problems around the Earth, around September, August. Many people say, why you're telling dates before the most important prophecy of the asteroid in the 16th of May 2016. I just can stay quiet and not talk anymore because I have my main prophecy, the main asteroid of 9 kilometers in the 16th of May 2016. I can't just stay quiet. But if I don't say anything, this will be called like a lack of faith, because I will be asking to myself, maybe God is not talking to me. It's a lack of faith. I can say also a generic thing, like in 2016, any time in the year, an asteroid will hit the Earth. I can't say something generic. Because saying something that will occur in 1 year, in 365 days, it is very generic. But saying dates, specific dates, even with hours, this is another dimension. This is something very serious. Or I'm crazy, or I'm just talking about something about another level. I don't have any merit. I don't have any merit. What is my merit to hear the voice of God and go like a pirate and say to everybody, God told me that? Go and talk to everybody what God told me. I don't have any merit. Some people can say, no, I have a special gift. A gift? You have gifts? They are not your gifts. You can use them. You have many gifts. These 9 gifts that the Spirit gives, it's not necessarily, you are not born with those gifts necessarily, but you have predisposition to these gifts. But it is the Holy Spirit who activates those gifts. Then, if the Holy Spirit doesn't activate these gifts, then you cannot use them. Then you have a merit about these gifts. It's not like that. It's your gift then. You can rejoice. You can think it's your gift. You own it. Some people will give you applause. And they will say to you, you prophet. This is very laughable. I don't believe that. I don't have any merit. This is what God told me. It's like I am in an exam and I ask somebody, give me the answer of this question. Then they correct the exam and they have a good grade. What is the gift I had? What is my merit? It's the other guy who told me the answer. Do you understand? Why you make a big issue of this? Why do you think this is your gift? It's something special that you have. It's not your merit. When I received the answer of the other person, it's not my own merit, it's the other person who has the merit. I don't have any merit about that. The merit is for the other person that told me the answer. So, in this case, the merit is for God, who told me this information. And if I speak because I have faith that He is speaking to me, then the glory is from Him, it's for Him. The only recognition for me is that the people will say, okay, God is really using him, but it's really the message of God. The honor is to God. I don't have any merit because I say dates. In other words, I am exposing my name if it doesn't occur these things. But as how I said, if it doesn't occur, it's not my problem. So I'm just saying what I heard from God. And if God wants to put me up in shame, I don't care about that. I am just obeying God. If God wants to put my name in shame in public, it's okay. I will accept it. My name, I don't care about my name. That's why, if I'm giving dates right now, if even hours of these events, and if I am saying that persons are speaking that are very confused about these dates, at saying that other asteroids will hit the Earth. Why they are so confused? If I'm speaking very clearly, I'm saying that around the 22 of August 2015, like 21, 22, 23 of August, but let's put 22 of August like a central day, that thousands of asteroids will hit the Earth and will burn a third of the trees, of the forest, of the Earth. This is one of the judgments of the heavens. And even this same month or the months before, there will be a big earthquake that it will be felt in the United States and Japan. I don't know if the same day or those days that are around what I said in the last video, that is mid-July and mid-August. So it's arriving a big earthquake of 10.2 in the scale of Richter, and then after that it comes the meteorite, thousands of meteorites to the Earth. Then after that, in the 8th or 9th of October of 2015, you're gonna see the asteroid explode in the Earth. This is incredible. Many things will occur these months to come. This asteroid will be destroyed in the air. Probably somebody will destroy it with a nuke. Okay, that some government will send, maybe the United States, with a nuke. They will destroy this asteroid. But the main asteroid that will strike the Earth, will touch the Earth, is the 16th of May 2016. But you know, the start of the end starts in 2015 with these judgments. If I said before that in 2016 was going to start the judgment for the Earth, I was wrong, because I didn't know what would happen before that in 2015 with the meteorites and the earthquake. If it doesn't occur, maybe just I have to stay there and say, like many others have said, say that soon it will arrive, this meteorite. I want to share some subjects with you. I was seeing a documentary in the internet. I could see, and I saw an interview that they did to a rabbi about an asteroid that is coming to the earth. Then I spoke with another rabbi of this subject, and he told me, we don't use the Torah to know the future. We only use the Torah in order that the Torah reveal to us about certain words or phrases in the same page of the Torah, about certain events that occur in the past. It's not about to know the future, but it's about to what it already happened in the past to know the future then. So with those computers, they have analyzed that in fact the Torah mentioned something about an asteroid, that it will fall to the earth, and then the Torah backs me up with my prophecy. Then at mid-2014, I said that no asteroid will hit the earth in 2014, but only in 2016. You will see that I was the only one who was telling that to the people. I was the only crazy man that I was saying that. So in this investigation of the Torah in 2015, it says that an asteroid will fall in September 2016, according to the Torah. So at certain extent, the Torah backs me up. If I said an asteroid will fall in 2016, not saying the exactly date, because I have no faith. I think maybe I don't have faith about the exact date that God gives me. Then, if the Torah says that in September 2016 will fall an asteroid, according to the Torah, then only with that the Torah backs me up, and I will be the only prophet in this generation that is backed up by the Torah. The only thing is that we found a little difference. That is that the Torah says that it will occur in September 2016. But my prophecy said that it will fall in the 16th of May 2016. But the Torah is a result from a computer, but my result is from bending my knees to God. It is true there are many prophecies that are not fulfilled. Many, yes. One of my prophecies that was fulfilled is in 2014, that I said that no asteroid will fall to the earth, and then it was fulfilled. And then I said that in May 2015, no asteroid will fall to the earth, and no asteroid has fallen. Again, they are saying that in September 2016 they will be falling an asteroid, but I said no asteroid will hit the earth. They will only explode in the air around October, 8 or 9 October of 2015, with a big sound in the air. Also said many things. also said that at the end of 2015 and the beginning of 2016, the borders of many countries of Europe will be closing. Then we could see that they are passing many laws to restrict the entrance of many immigrants to Europe. Brethren, now for finishing this video, there are many believers that write me, and it takes me a lot of time to respond these emails through Facebook, through email. Many people are asking spiritual questions, and I feel that it's my duty to respond this kind of question. And usually I respond every message. 99% of time I respond the messages. Some popular pastors, they don't have the option to receive messages about their followers. They only can write public messages. And also the pastor can block them. And if they say something the pastor doesn't like. Instead, me, I have the option, I give the option to the people to write me messages, private message. But I want to say something very important. Please, if you're going to write me a message, do it so every 15 days only. Because every day many people are writing me. I pray for them. They want I pray for them, I pray for them. Sometimes I get mad because some people are writing to confront, to argue. I don't have time for that. I am not there, I'm not here to debate. I don't want to debate with the brethren. I don't have time. I like competition. Usually I win in each competition. I don't remember any time of my life that I have competed and I have lost. I usually win my competition. But the problem is I don't have time to debate. Then, my dear brother, please write me something important. I don't have time. I don't sleep. If you want to write me something very specific, very important. Some of them, they're writing like that in Facebook. Hey, how are you doing? I get mad. I don't respond them. They want to chat with me. You know, I am not a very important person. I am nobody. I am very tired. I don't have time to chat with people. If I'm going to share my time with this person, I want it to be to a specific problem. Because maybe like some subject, like I masturbate very often, I have problems with my spouse, or I think I have demons, some other problems. How I live in holiness. Then whatever I know of my own experiences, I will try to help them. But don't ask some questions that is not very relevant, like how is the weather there? How is Japan there? Why you don't seek it in Google? why you are doing that to me?
Esos que me escriben, no todos, ¿no? Esos que me escriben así me invitan a pensar
This kind of people invite me to close my account,
cerrar mi espacio para recibir mensajes.
the space where I receive the
Comienzo a
messages,
sentir cansado.
because I'm starting to feel tired. Think a little bit before you write, please.
Todos los días.
Don't write me every day.
Una vez, esa persona cada 15 días está bien.
It's okay, you can write me one time each 15 days,
Yo quisiera que
but
se
not
pongan en mi
every
lugar,
day.
que se pongan en mi lugar y
I wish you will be in my shoes
sean cargados con tanta
and you will
presión.
have so
Presión de
much
todo tipo,
pressure,
no solamente porque me escriben, hay un montón de presiones. Tengo
many
lugares
pressure,
de-
not only because of my
gente que me
ministry,
cierra las
but
puertas
also
en el campo
in my
profesional.
professional
Gente que me llama
life.
loco, yo no estoy loco, pero gente
People
que me llama
that
loco, no que me
call
ponga
me
peso,
crazy,
sino que porque ellos creen que estoy loco, entonces comienzan
because not because they think I am crazy, but because they close me door professionally in my work because they think I am crazy.
Pero yo continúo, yo les agradezco, hablando sobre el tema económico, yo les agradezco
And
a
talking
aquellas
about
personas
the
que
financial
hacen
issue,
pero que han sentido en su corazón hacer
I want to think a
una
lot
ofrenda a modo de diezmo. Yo les
about the
agradezco,
persons, about the people
y les digo,
that help me
de todo mi
with tips, with money. With all my heart, I want to thank them
me ayudan mucho con eso.
because this helps me a lot
No
in my
solamente
life.
por lo que representa,
It's not only about the money,
sino por el apoyo
but it is for the encouragement
espiritual
that I receive through this money.
en esas monedas. Yo les agradezco mucho.
I really
de verdad,
thank them
de
a
todo
lot
corazón. Y además, sí,
with
me
all
ayuda,
my heart.
me ayuda mucho. Yo no
And
vivo de forma
yes, it
holgada.
helped me a lot
Soy
also,
alguien que
this money.
maneja empresas.
I am not a
Un
wealthy
carro que
person.
acabo de comprar hace más o menos
I
casi
don't
2
have
años atrás,
companies.
un carro de segunda, que me
I have
compré
a
hace un
second-hand car
carro de
only.
segunda. Y hace poquito lo mandé a arreglar, que me ha costado un ojo la cara y tengo
In
que
no
pagar
time
el
ago,
arreglo.
I
Y
just
aquí a 2 años
go
todavía
send the car
lo
to
mandé a
repair
arreglar
it,
con tarjeta de crédito porque no tenía
and
ni
I repaired it
dinero.
with
Menos
my
mal que sí
credit
tenía
card,
tarjeta de
and
crédito.
cost me a
Sí,
lot
porque
of
me
money.
quedé endeudado por 2 años para pagar un carro
And
de
I paid
segunda
with my
mano
credit card, and I get,
que bueno, he tenido que mandar a arreglar porque
and I have a
tenía
debt
que
of
pasar
2
revisión.
years to
El carro aquí
pay
en Japón
now.
son muy estrictos los japoneses, entonces tenía muchos defectos el carro y me ha salido muy caro. No les digo cuánto, para que no se
It
caigan
was a
las
very
redes.
expensive car to
Bueno,
repair.
para ir poniendo punto final a esta
Now,
reunión,
for
porque son
ending this video,
casi al atardecer y que ahora mismo ya es de noche.
right now it's night here,
Hermanos,
it's
esta
very
iglesia
dark.
más grande del planeta. No
Now,
es una
brothers,
iglesia
this is the biggest
que
church
sirva
in the
para que
planet.
todos se reúnan dentro de una misma estructura física. Es una
We
iglesia
cannot,
convencional.
you cannot
No es una iglesia convencional.
gather
Estamos
in
dentro de un perímetro,
a physical
dentro de un
church.
perímetro, dentro de
We are a
4
virtual
Esta
church.
es tan grande,
It's so big, this church,
que ocupa el planeta
and
entero.
non-conventional, that
Y
it
esa es la
uses
iglesia
all the
a la que
earth.
viene Jesús.
And this is the earth
El Señor
for which
inmerecidamente
Jesus
creado
is
para
coming
liberar.
back.
No se me ocurre a mí, no es mi idea, no soy un tipo brillante que yo dije, ay, voy a crear una iglesia.
This
la más
is
grande del
virtual
planeta",
church wasn't
que
my
no va a
idea.
ser,
I am not a
de forma
brilliant
convencional,
guy.
sino que va a ocupar el planeta
This
entero.
is the will of God.
No, a mí no se me ocurrió, el Señor me llamó y yo estoy
God called
obedeciendo.
me,
Yo
and
no le
I
pongo
just obeyed.
a
That's
Dios,
it.
dificultades, yo trato de que todo fluya a través de mí, yo no soy un impedimento, Dios me dice algo, yo
I try to obey to God.
inmediatamente, yo no estoy diciendo, Señor, confírmame,
I'm not
Señor,
trying to
y si
argue
pasa
with
esto,
God.
y si pasa lo otro, y si no me creen,
I try just obey what
bien,
God
tú me dices
tells
esto,
me.
yo voy y lo digo, y ya está. Entonces, yo soy un arriesgado total. Y así es como es el trato que Dios
I
me
risk
da.
a lot here.
Él me manda
I just
a
obey
seguir.
God.
Por eso mismo,
What He sent me
tenemos
to
la
do,
iglesia
I
más
do
grande del
it.
planeta que están ustedes observando cómo empieza a crecer poco a poco. Y les quiero para
You can see this church is growing little by little. I want to thank everybody that is incorporated to this church. There are certain members that are working hard to translate these videos in many languages. I thank them a lot. And by the way, I don't only work with Peruvians, I work with everybody. I said Anybody that has the will to work for this church is very welcome. I don't have this problem. Anybody that has the knowledge and wants to serve the Lord is very welcome. And they don't work for me, they work for God. Some pastor says, I have 10 pastors that work for me. It's not good to say that. I cannot say that they are my pastors. And I don't like to say also they are helpers, they are collaborators. No. I want compromise. I want people that are compromised. I want workers. And I want to emphasize, I don't want that you work for me. I want you work for God. I work for God, and you will work for God. And for example, if there are some pastors that are raised here in this church, those won't be my pastors. They will be pastors of the Lord, working for the ministry of God. It's not my ministry, it's the ministry of the Lord. Please, I don't want collaborators. I want workers, people that are serious about their works. I have many collaborators in my work, in my professional life. It's okay in my professional life, but not in this ministry, the ministry of God. In the work of God, I don't want collaborators. I want workers. Workers. Workers who I will work with them in order to prepare the coming of Christ. So many people, many professional people around the planet, they're organizing in order to take the gospel of Jesus, the gospel of salvation, to everywhere in the planet. And they are very professional, and they are excellent, without religiosity, in order that everybody could know the message of God, in order to walk in a narrow path, not the modern path. They think they are narrow, but they are so wide, like the Amazon River. That's why, my dear brethren, to end in this video, I want to thank everybody for believing in God and offering your talent in coordination with me to take this message of salvation to every corner of the earth. For those who feel that they are members of Global Church Japan, take the logo, where is the crown, the yellow crown, in our Facebook, and just put it in your profile picture of Facebook. Just do that and consider yourself a member of Global House Japan. Thank you.
Escucha su llamado, tu hora por fin ha llegado. Esto es global, ya no lo puedes ignorar. Extiéndele tu mano y su camino sigue ya. No esperes que sea tarde, que solo puedes quedarte en la oscuridad.
Saint Père, Dieu Tout-Puissant, Créateur du ciel et de la terre, nous louons et donnons gloire à ton nom. Nous prions, ô notre Seigneur, que cette vidéo puisse éveillé beaucoup de gens à travers le monde sur les jugements que tu as point d'exécuter sur la terre, comme indiqué par ta sainte parole, pour la fin des temps et à la venue glorieuse de notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ. S'il vous plaît, ouvre les yeux et les oreilles spirituelles des gens pour qu'ils puissent comprendre ce message et le temps dans lequel nous vivons, afin qu'ils se répandent de leurs péchés et fassent à Jésus-Christ leur Seigneur et Sauveur, à lui aimer et à lui obéir dans la sainteté tous les jours de leur vie, et que tu leur pardonnes de leurs péchés et les gardes pour la vie éternelle. Nous te le demandons au saint et précieux nom de notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ. Amen. Le pasteur Ricardo Salazar est un Péruvien qui vit au Japon avec sa famille depuis plusieurs années. Il a étudié pour être avocat, profession qu'il n'a pas exercée. Dans le champ de travail, il est journaliste et producteur de vidéos. Il y a quelques années, il a eu un appel du Seigneur pour lui servir dans les derniers jours, proches du retour de notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ. Initialement, cet appel était par d'autres personnes qui lui prophétisaient qu'un jour Dieu va l'utiliser pour des grandes et puissantes œuvres. Parfois, il était des gens qu'il ne connaissait même pas. Il lui disait les mêmes messages, jusqu'au jour que le pasteur Ricardo reçoit la confirmation directe de Dieu pour cet appel qui était entre ses mains. Il s'agissait de guider à la future Église au Japon, laquelle serait la plus grande du monde. Et cette Église se chargera d'évangéliser le monde après les énormes catastrophes naturelles produites par Dieu, énoncées antérieurement à son serviteur Ricardo Salazar. Cette évangélisation du monde préparerait à l'Église, à l'échelle mondiale, à la dernière moisson d'âmes pour la fin des temps et à proximité du retour glorieux de notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ. Le pasteur Ricardo Salazar reçoit des prophéties de jugement et des catastrophes naturelles à prendre place sur la terre avec une précision inhabituelle, indiquant la date et, dans certains cas, même les heures qu'ils se produiront. Ce message vient de Dieu à travers des rêves, des visions et aussi par voix audible. Bien qu'ils sont peu fréquents, ils sont produits seulement dans les occasions que Dieu le veut. Nous présentons ici les principales prophéties avec leur date et leur intervalle de temps qui ont été révélés au pasteur Ricardo Salazar. Entre le 22 juillet 2015 et le 15 août 2015, un tremblement de terre de 10,2 degrés sur l'échelle de Richter se produit. Les États-Unis d'Amérique et le Japon seront les pays les plus touchés. Ils seront également sentis dans d'autres pays, probablement dans des intervalles de temps différents. Cet événement correspond à l'ouverture du 6e sceau dans le livre de l'Apocalypse. Le 22 août 2015 va tomber une pluie de milliers de météorites sur la Terre pour brûler un tiers de la forêt du monde. Cet événement correspond au son de la première trompette mentionnée dans le livre de l'Apocalypse. Dans le mois de septembre 2015, la planète entre dans une sorte de panique à cause de la chute d'un astéroïde qui va finalement exploser dans l'air le 8 ou 9 octobre 2015. Probablement cette explosion est causée par une bombe nucléaire. À la fin de 2015 et début 2016, les frontières se ferment, principalement en Europe. Les Américains commencent à être pris au piège dans leur propre territoire et ça commence la loi martiale aux États-Unis. En février 2016, la Chine va attaquer le Japon afin de prendre territoire, probablement les îles Sengoku. En avril 2016, dans le ciel sera vue une étoile qui devient plus grande chaque nuit. Les Russes vont confirmer qu'il s'agit d'un astéroïde et qu'il va entrer en collision avec la Terre. Le 16 mai 2016, peut-être un jour plus tôt ou un jour plus tard, à 2h20 am, heure de Porto Rico, un astéroïde de 9 km de diamètre, soit 5,6 milles, va tomber sur les côtes de Porto Rico. Il va provoquer des tremblements de terre d'autour de 12 degrés dans l'échelle de Richter à travers le monde. Des super méga tsunamis vont détruire presque tous les littoraux du monde. Seulement par les causes directes de l'impact comme les séismes et les tsunamis, il y aura 1200 millions de morts. Ce nombre va augmenter rapidement en raison des effets secondaires de l'impact, comme les maladies à cause de nombreux corps en décomposition et aussi par le manque de nourriture et d'eau. Presque tous les volcans du monde vont entrer en éruption, y compris le volcan de Yellowstone, qui est le plus grand du monde. Ses cendres vont couvrir le soleil pendant une année. Il aura de l'obscurité et un climat très froid. Des gros morceaux de Californie vont disparaître par le tremblement de terre. Le 16 juin 2016, soit un jour avant ou un jour après, la Troisième Guerre mondiale commence, principalement entre les États-Unis contre la Russie et la Chine, où la Russie et la Chine auront la victoire. Ils prendront avantage des États-Unis, sera faible et désorienté par la chute de l'astéroïde. Ils seront détruites 10 villes aux États-Unis par des bombes nucléaires, ainsi que 3 villes au Japon. Le 25 octobre 2016 est la fin de la Troisième Guerre mondiale avec la victoire de la Russie et de la Chine sur les États-Unis. En mars 2017, le yuan chinois étant la première monnaie mondiale, il apparaît une nouvelle monnaie unique en circulation à l'échelle mondiale. Entre la fin de 2018 et mi-2019, la Russie attaque Israël. En 2020 est l'apparition de l'Antichrist. Il va s'asseoir dans le temple de Dieu à Jérusalem et va exiger d'être appelé Dieu. Il mettra en œuvre la marque de la bête et il va persécuter ouvertement les chrétiens. En 2023, probablement est l'arrivée de notre Seigneur Jésus. Cela est déduit à cause que dans la Bible, Apocalypse, chapitre 3, verset 5, il est indiqué que l'Antichrist va avoir l'autorité sur le monde pendant 42 mois, soit 3,5 années. Alors, si on additionne 3,5 ans à l'année 2020, donc on tombe dans l'année 2023. Dans cette période, Jésus-Christ pourrait retourner pour vaincre l'Antichrist. Ces jugements sont envoyés par Dieu dans le cadre des événements annoncés dans le livre de l'Apocalypse dans la Bible, correspondant à la fin des temps et le proche retour de notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ. Ils sont aussi en raison du fait que les êtres humains ont vécu loin de Dieu, en se laissant influencer par des mauvais esprits, et de faire ce qui est ignoble et abominable à Dieu, telles que les législations du mariage homosexuel dans plusieurs pays, l'immoralité sexuelle, l'amour pour l'argent, l'idolâtrie, et vivre dans le péché sans la crainte de Dieu. La meilleure protection contre ces événements catastrophiques à venir sur la terre est de se réfugier en Dieu. On doit se mettre en règle avec lui. On doit se repentir de nos péchés. On doit demander pardon à Dieu et faire à Jésus-Christ notre Seigneur et Sauveur. Seul Dieu peut nous protéger contre les jugements qui viennent sur la terre. Notre Seigneur prendra soin des âmes qui lui cherchent et suivent ses commandements. Il est important de prier au Saint-Esprit afin que nous puissions être sensibles à sa direction et en conséquence à prendre de bonnes décisions quand nous vivons ces catastrophes. Il est également fortement recommandé de stocker de la nourriture non périssable, de l'eau et des médicaments pour une période de 1 an. Ces ressources seront très rares après la chute de l'astéroïde et les gens vont les chercher désespérément, allant même jusqu'à voler et à piller les maisons. Dans ces jugements, notre Seigneur sera très sévère contre les pasteurs et les faux prophètes qui ont menti à l'Église et ont donné un faux évangile. Il punira ces leaders chrétiens qui ont cherché des gains économiques au lieu de prêcher le vrai évangile de la croix, au lieu de sauver les âmes perdues. Il a été révélé au pasteur Ricardo que plusieurs de ces pasteurs et faux prophètes vont mourir au cours de ces catastrophes. Ils seront remplacés par d'autres pasteurs qui ont crainte et respect de Dieu pour faire sa volonté. Ces leaders chrétiens doivent se repentir de la façon qu'ils ont guidé l'Église de Dieu. Ils doivent revenir à l'Évangile de la croix afin de préparer l'Église de Jésus pour son retour, qui est très proche. Ils devraient guider l'Église vers la route et la porte étroite du salut de leur âme et pour la gloire de Dieu. Ceci est un avertissement sérieux pour les dirigeants chrétiens de se mettre en règle avec Dieu. Il est bon de souligner que nous ne savons pas quand sera l'enlèvement de l'Église, peut-être avant, pendant ou après ces jugements mentionnés. Cependant, nous devons être prêts chaque jour en vivant dans la sainteté, dans la crainte du Seigneur, en suivant les commandements de Jésus et prêcher l'évangile du salut aux âmes perdues qui ne connaissent pas Jésus. Il est probable de vivre beaucoup de ces jugements avant d'être enlevés par le Seigneur. Par conséquent, il est important d'être spirituellement, mentalement et physiquement prêt pour ce qui va venir. Nous devons vivre concentrés en Jésus et dans l'attente de la direction du Saint-Esprit. Si vous ne connaissez pas Jésus ou si vous avez entendu de lui, mais vous êtes toujours en péché constant et volontaire, alors repens-toi et mets-toi en règle avec Dieu. Rappelle-toi que Jésus a mouru sur la croix pour payer les péchés de ceux qui lui font leur Seigneur et Sauveur, pour ceux qui veulent vivre pour lui et obéir ses commandements. Dieu a ressuscité à son Fils de la mort et se trouve maintenant à la droite de Dieu le Père Tout-Puissant. Donne ta vie à Jésus et mets-lui en première place. Rappelle-toi que sans sainteté, personne ne verra le Seigneur. Par conséquent, prie à Dieu de te renforcer et de t'éloigner de la tentation et du péché. Rappelle-toi que ce qui est impossible aux hommes est possible à Dieu. Sainte Père, nous te demandons de guider les gens qui regardent cette vidéo, de leur faire ta volonté et de les préparer pour le retour de notre Seigneur Jésus. S'il vous plaît, mon Seigneur, sauve leur âme et révèle-les la vérité et à notre Seigneur Jésus-Christ. On te le demande au nom de ton Fils, Jésus. Amen.
Human. Hi, my name is Robert. What I'm going to show you is very real. I'm a very honest, down-to-earth person who happened to stumble upon an image that can be reversed. Reversed as I'm taking an image that NASA has photoshopped and bringing it back to some of its originality. I know when you hear the word Photoshop in photos and when it concerns manipulation, you wonder if it's real or not. I understand it's good to be skeptic, and I hope you're all skeptics in your own way. You know, it took me 2 or 3 weeks to, to try to figure out how to present this. And then I thought, well, I got 500 or 600 images, and then I feel good about it. I mean, I got a lot of ones that are identical and so on, so I'm going ahead and going with it, The reason why I'm doing this is because, hey man, we need to be told. Maybe our children don't need to be told until they can understand life a bit better, but I'm tired of being lied to, and I hope you are. And I also hope this video can open up some of the closed minds that need a jump start. What I need to do first is show you how the images are brought forth. So the first few minutes might bore you. Bear with me. I'm trying to make this as short as possible. I have a short attention span too. I'm not a professional Photoshopper by any means. You'll see that when you view them. Please don't skip the first few minutes, as it's very important to see how the images are brought forth. If you have Photoshop and you know Photoshop, go to the link below the video here on YouTube and download the image and do it yourself if you disbelieve me. It's all there. It keeps coming back time and time again, and I just have so many things to show you guys. If there is an honest professional Photoshopper out there that views this and takes the initiative to map the whole back of the moon, man, that would just be great, because it really, really needs to be done. Well, okay, on to it. Okay, this is original image that was taken off the internet. The link is on the right hand side, plus it'll be under the video on YouTube. This is the far side of the moon, photographed during NASA's Apollo 8 mission, December 1968. Up here you'll notice the curvature of the moon. Well, that is not the curvature of the moon. I will let you know in a minute what it is. It's just really blow you away. I'm going to show you first few of the anomalies I noticed that made me do some more research on this photo. This worm thing up here and this green thing right here, and then right below we have this also worm looking thing that's standing erect and it's curved over to the side. And we go over to far right here, and there's another one that is standing erect and also curved. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and zoom in to this area right here, being that it's it's overexposed. It's overexposed for a reason. Plus, I know there's images there, so I'll make this quick. So I'm going to go ahead and get the burn tool. If I had the right layer going there, okay. I'm going to go ahead and get the burn tool. I'm going to burn in right here. This is a leg. These are the eyes. It's got a snout. This is another leg, like it's pranced. One's behind, one's forward, like it's moving forward. And move on back. And I believe the tail goes around like this. They live in the Florida swamps. I'm sure you might be able to tell what it is already. It's a crocodile. And there's another image up here. I'm going to give you two. If I can get this one here a little bit better. And this here stands on a tower. You know, we all know about the tower on the moon. You know, well, I'm going to tell you right now, the back of the moon is a porcupine. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and use the sharpness tool. These are the eyes. And just give a little sharpness. You see how it's coming in. You know, you use this on different colors, different inversions. You know, just keep going back and forth until I get the right thing. Some greens and browns and so on. My computer catch up with me. Well, I'm going to go ahead and stop right there and show you exactly what is going on. Okay. The beaked image is right here. We can see the eyes. You're going to see this at the very end of the video. This is very important when you see this one here. But this is my favorite coming up, is the croc. This here is that image right there. You notice how it's pranced forward, one's behind, and the other leg, and you got the tail that runs around to the right. And as a matter of fact, this is the tail right here on the beaked image. You know, on the back right there. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and show it to you. Big. Let's get that alligator in. Okay, we'll close this off. Now, this thing is just amazing. I mean, look at that. A horned crocodile. This thing's probably 5 miles long. I don't know. I'm not sure. I can't find that crater on Google Moon. So, anyways, look at the eyes. I mean, look at the teeth, and look at even got the slime on the snout. You know, I guess the aliens are pretty intricate, huh? I'm going to go ahead and bring up something here that's really important about this image. This is the only image I'm going to do this to, but I found some information about ancient human ancestors faced fearsome horned crocodile. This is new found from 2007, 1.84 million years old. It says it had prominent triangular horns. Well, there we go. It's prominent triangular horns, and it also has a robust head. Well, it's really pretty robust, and you mostly see from the projections behind the eye. Well, that's all good right there. And there's a couple of living species, Cuban and Siamese, and I checked them out. They're not even close, you know. And they also found a partial skull. Human species, you know, originated in Africa. Our DNA originated in Africa. So, anyways, this is really pretty neat. It really is. Let me go and get this out of the way, and you know, take a look at this image there. See right over here, you see a skull sticking out. Well, they're everywhere. I mean, this is where they live. I mean, let me tell you, you're gonna, you know, you're saying I'm crazy. Wait till you see what's going on. It's really, really a trip. Okay, let's go back to the image here. I'm gonna go ahead and get rid of these two, and I'll show you one other thing down at the bottom here that made me really want to see what was going on with this image. Come in right here. Okay, this right here, you know, the Statue of Liberty stands on a star pedestal, then has another little pedestal, then of course we've got the, you know, the Queen Liberty. Well, this is pretty much the same thing. This is the pedestal, and there's a man standing here. You can see his arm, and there's a lady standing next to him. This is a man alien and a lady alien. But look what we have here. Okay, there's the eyes, the long neck, the buttocks, and the knees. Well, he's sitting on the pedestal. He has something in his lap. I mean, it looks like an alien to me. You know, I thought about this. I go, oh my God. Okay, I'm on the moon, sitting in the park. I'm looking at an alien pedestal, and what's this alien doing? He's got a bong in his mouth. You know, and what's the matter with me? You know, but this is actually, he has some kind of air respirator. I'm going to show you this later. This to you later is really, really pretty neat. Okay, one last thing. I am going to make this image really bright so we can see what's going out there in space, which is really not space. Go there and come on, baby. Oop, wrong direction. Okay, and go on out. This is not space. I mean, look at this. You know, all these little scratch mark things. I thought they were scratch marks, you know, from an old photo or something like that. I was wrong. I was totally wrong. Okay, what I want to show you real quick is this long line. that comes, you can see it curve down, comes all the way down, and it comes up to here. Well, this must be a canyon. You know, if it's some kind of a tube or something, well, it is a tube as a matter of fact. Look how it comes across. It comes across again, and then it comes over and down. That's going to really trip you out when I show you what's going on, man. I got some really good close photos of that, and it's just, yeah, here we go. Okay, what we're seeing here again is, of course, the original image of the moon. I wanted to show you the cover-ups that I came across real quick. I'll be brief about this real quick. As I was going through my different colors and stuff, I came up with this. And now that would just really amaze me. This lighter part is like a double inversion. You'll notice I don't play with this big crater a whole lot. It's pretty much a pain in the butt. But you know, that means I was getting real close, you know. And along with that, I came across this here. You can tell how it's been blackened out all the way around the edges there. And that happens to be this little black spot right here. And just one more, this one here, where you can tell it's all been cut out, and that is this area right here. That's this here blackened area. Okay, well, enough of that one there. Then as I was coming across the full moon right here, I was looking at this, and I noticed, this is the back side of the moon, by the way. I noticed, you see these little lines right in this area? Well, check this out. Now, tell me, there's only one reason for this to happen: for them to shade a lighter shade, a darker shade, and a darker shade. You know, they took the lighter shade out first, then the second shade, then the third shade to darken things up. There's only one reason to do that: is to keep us from seeing what is sticking out of the moon. This is more proof that it's just nothing but a porcupine. Alright, well, I know you're kind of curious about the lines that are on this photo. You know, you might still think they're scratches, but I'm going to go ahead and get in depth with it real quick about what this really is. And you can tell, you know, by looking at this image here, that, you know, the one from the right stops to the one on the left, you know, and it's, you know, just like an intersection would. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in real close to these and show you what it really looks like. You know, first I thought it was artifacts, but if you take a good look, you can see how it twists and braids throughout it, you know, and it does it all the way up, you know. Then it comes into this area here. Zoom out a little bit, and both these got two triangles on top of them. You know, you notice his triangle here and that triangle there. I don't understand what it is. My son thinks it's a couple of triangular UFOs. I don't know, but then we'll come on up here again, and you can see how it twists and braids and continues up. And here's a really good example right here, how it twists and braids all the way up. You know, so the only thing I can think of is a tube, you know, and then it comes I call this the cul-de-sac, you know, and it ends right here. This one here ends right here. This is down on the very bottom right hand of the photo. And this, you know, some of these anomalies come in colored, like this one right up here. It kind of looks like an alien, and I'm not sure, you know, but that's as far as I can get into it to find out what it was. I'm gonna go ahead and show you this one here. This is kind of an avatar. It, you know, it finds the edges of everything. You know, when you do an avatar of your photo to make a cartoon, it's kind of what it does. It just finds the outlines. Okay, so this is what this here is, the outlines of everything that's on it. This is in the middle of the image, and you notice if you follow along here, this being the freeway, you know, well, look at this. It looks like an off-ramp, you know. You know, and they get the freeways going up where they connect right here. You can tell it stops, you know. And they're just everywhere on the photos. But the thing is, you do not see them when it's light. You only see them in the dark areas. Are they made of crystal? You know, I really don't understand. Yeah, it's quite a mess out there, isn't it? Look at this. Okay, I am going to go ahead and start from what I told you before about coming down, where it curves down, comes across a canyon, and comes on down. Now, you know, and then it kind of disappears on the white spots unless it goes under the ground. I'm not certain at this point, because you don't see. You can see that they're everywhere, only in the dark areas. and then it continues on, and it comes on down here, you know, to where you can tell where it stops, and it comes over, you know, and then also comes over this direction, you know, but you can see right here it stops, and we'll come over this direction where you can tell, you know, this one comes across here, and this tube connection that comes down, right down onto this statue. You can tell where it stops. You know, it's obviously they're not scratch marks or anything like that. They're not artifacts, and whatever NASA wants to tell us, you know, which is total bull. And see this area right here, I really was intrigued by. Back out one right here. You can tell that's alien grave skull. You know, I've done so much. You know, these images to me are really easy to see. Probably not for you. And you can tell this other eye is gone because there's a tube coming out of it, and the tube comes up and over and back over to this freeway right here. You know, a freeway. I guess I'll call it that. And let me scroll on over here. As you can see, you know, another highway is coming up over this direction. Well, here we go right here. We got another like off-ramp type thing, you know, where it stops and then kind of curves, you know, a little off-ramp right there, you know, and then it seems to me that this one here goes all the way back up, all the way up, and it connects to another freeway, and it just keeps going up, and now we got a mess, but it continues all the way up again, you know, like this one here. So, you know, those must be the long freeways. You know, I wish I knew the scale of this so I could just map it and say, okay, this is how many miles. I'm not certain at this point, you know, but I wanted to get that out of the way. You know, I mean, what do you think? You know, that's my assumption of what it is. Apparently maybe they can breathe in these tubes, you know. This makes it that you know, if the aliens could just appear somewhere and, you know, disappear and appear, they wouldn't have to have these tubes and connections and stuff like that. You know, they have, you know, they're like us. You know, they got a vehicle. I don't know what they do in these tubes. I don't know how they travel in them, or what goes on. You know, but it's just really a trip. You know, this right here, this alien, I call it alien gray or reptilian. You can tell that, and there's two tubes that run that direction, and it runs on out. You know, so anyways, I wanted to get that out of the way real quick, and then I'm going ahead and start showing you some images. Okay, let's imagine for a minute that you're an alien and you want to build a home in the T-Rex subdivision, you know, but it's got to meet certain codes. So you go on down to the building code office and you ask them, okay, what do I need to do? And they said, well, you know, if you're going to build here, it's going to have to look like a different image in every certain direction. Every north, east, south, and west has got to look different. You know, even the dog in the backyard has to match. You know, even the tube coming out of it has to look like an image. You know, it'd be pretty difficult to build. What I'm trying to get at is everything's a picture within a picture within a picture within a picture. It's just amazing. I'm going to go ahead and scroll in here to this T-Rex dinosaur, whatever it is, and you know, you see the eye here and nose, mouth. Well, there's a lion, okay, and then right above it, there's this creepy little thing, you know, that's sticking out, you know, and so, you know, as it goes around, you know, if you turn in each direction, it's got to look like a different image, you know, and that's what's really weird. It must take them years to plan this, you know, maybe it doesn't, you know. I'm not sure how they do it either, you know, so really weird. Okay. Here's an image that you briefly seen in the beginning, but you probably seen this area right here. Well, here's the one with over his face, his hands over his face, but this one right here. You know, by taking a look at it, this is eyes, nose, and it's got his mouth open, teeth, and you can tell it's a gorilla. And maybe this right here might be his baby. I got it in a little bit clear, but it's really hard to work with this particular area. Down below, he's got his hand on another creature that's sitting down, obviously, but it's not a gorilla, so I don't know what's going on there. Let me go ahead and try to get the gorilla in a little bit better. You can see some other images that really didn't come in clear. But let's go to the gorilla. Okay, it's not clear here, but I just wanted to show you before and after of kind of what's there. Now you can see his teeth, and he's got his arm wrapped around this lion-like creature, and a few others, you know. So, you know what, there's a little bit of love up there, you know, a little cuddling. You know, it's really strange. I cannot understand the moon at all. I really can't. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and roll on. You see that one? I'm going to go ahead and go to the husband. I call this the husband and wife JPEG. The reason why is, you know, on every picture that I bring in, and I know if there's a you can tell there's a male, a female, and a boy. Well, male being right here, and the female is always on the right hand side, and the child is always in the middle. You know, right here we got the eye, nose, mouth. This would be the male. Eye, nose, mouth. This being the female. And the female, if there's a female child, it seems to me that 9 times out of 10, the eye is connected. You know, that they're sharing the same eye. So this here's obviously a girl child. This is really, really close. This is almost street view. You know, one of the closest ones I got. That's why it's not so clear too, but it's pretty freaky. So, you know, on the right hand side of God, right hand side, you know, it's kind of strange how that works. Okay, let's move on to, I want to show you a couple of eyes real quick. You know, how intricate they are. You know, it's really amazing. You know, I got these in this good, you know, that's probably a cat eye. But this here eye, I'm speaking with picture within a picture, maybe a lady's eye, but when you scroll into it, look at what we got here. We got the eye, nose, mouth, and some horns within a circle. You know, so there's another picture within a picture. Okay, I'm going to move on to some cats, and we'll start out with, well, this here picture is probably not a cat. I had to do nothing with this picture. It came in just like it is. You know, usually I have to try to enhance them to bring them in. This being the eye, the nose, mouth, and the ears, and you can tell it's on a tower that comes down. Okay, and we'll bring in Alien 53. You know, this one here really blows my mind. You know, I mean, it's real clear. I don't know if it's a cat. It looks like a cat maybe, but the mouth isn't a cat. And look at these. Looks like a reptilian alligator scale. I'm not sure. That's really a trip, huh? The way that one came in. We'll go to number 23 here. Here's another cat, mountain lion, maybe cougar. I'm not sure. These being the eyes and come in too clear. I try not to mess with them. You know, if the eyes are bad, they're bad. You know. And let's go to, oh Lord, where was I here? Okay, here's another one with a baby cat next to it, again on the right hand side. You know, so there's a female here somewheres, but you know, I got so many images I just kind of moved on. And his paw is out, and I think he's grabbing a fish at this point. I think that's what it was. And then cat 2. This here is really neat. This is huge. This one here is really, really huge, about as big as the alligator is. You know, 3 miles long. I'm not sure, but this came in really nice, and really neat, really neat. Okay, let's see. Okay, remember those 2 images I showed you that were NASA covers ups that were blacked out? This here is the small one, and I, you know, got it clean. To me, it looks like it's a human. You know, with the eyes, where the eyes are shaped, just being the mouth, it's really hard to see. You know, and then of course it has the tube lines that are running, you know, to and fro and in front of it. But I just wanted to show you that real quick. I did finally get that one in, but not very clear. Is it human? You decide. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and move on to this. It's probably some kind of prehistoric bird. That's what I'm thinking. You know, it came in really clear. The eyes right here and everything else in it. The only thing I could get in, I couldn't see any wings or anything, but I could see the front feet. You know, and they were spread out, and they had like 4 or 5 fingers, but it was like web-like. And then, of course, this one up here is another tower with horns on it right above it. And there's just miscellaneous images in here, like this one here and one right below. Kind of odd ones. But this here, I'm just going to call it pterodactyl. I know it's probably not, you know, but I'm going to go ahead and work it with it and go to this here, which is the grid. This is the same bird or serpent. Now take a look, check this out. Out of his mouth comes a tongue, all the way down, and it's a triple forked tongue. I think our snakes are double, you know, and the reason why I know that's true because I have other images that have the same thing. And you know, just because possibly it's a bridge because we got more of those tower face things. You know, I guess you can walk on through here or walk on up to the state pterodactyl capital. You know, but these are just miscellaneous images up here. Really kind of hard to see. And at first I wanted to try to bring all the images in like this, but it was just very unclear. You know, as a matter of fact, this one right here is the cat with his paw reached out. I said, getting a fish. Well, here's the fish right here. You know, but it's not very clear. I have it clear another one. And over here, another tower. It looks like an alien lady. I'm not sure. Well, I guess they're all aliens. Okay, let me get out of this one here, and I'm going to move on to a couple miscellaneous ones. This is kind of a weird picture. I thought I'd bring it in. Can't really see the eye because there's tubes in the way, and it's got kind of like a rounded mouth, but almost like a vampire teeth on it. And this one here is just another weird image, pretty ugly if you ask me. Looks like it's smiling though. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and move on to fish. Okay, I had to do a edge find, you know, a avatar to find. This is the crater, as a matter of fact, and I don't mess with the crater a whole lot, but I did manage to find fish in here. So that's how I started in finding all the images I have. But just, this next one is going to be unbelievable, you guys. You know, it just blew me away, the stuff I found. You know, one thing I found. Anyways, let me scroll on in here. Well, we got a dead bird right here, the wings, and probably a shark, a prehistoric shark, I'm thinking right there. I got another shark, I'm going to show you here in a little bit, it's really clear, and another fish. And what's really a trip is this right here. It's a worm. You know, it's like, okay, there's just a hand feeding this dead fish a worm. You know, that's pretty comical of the aliens. You know, we got a crater, let's make it a dry lake and put dead fish in it. But this here, it just blows me away. It's gonna blow you away too. You think I'm crazy? Yeah. Okay. How about a merman and a mermaid? Huh? This just blows me away. I mean, you gotta do the before and after. Let's show you what's going on. Bringing it in and out, and I guess it's got a lion or a lamb. I think it's a lion, and he's trying to grab the lamb. Maybe they're trying to save it from the fish or whatever else is out there, because there's a lot I can't get in. But then I noticed, as I got this one here in, if you look at the back fin, there's another fin right here that's huge. You know, so I'm thinking that, oh, there's, let me scroll in a little bit here. I can see two black eyes and like a mouth right here, and it looks like a crown. So I'm thinking, okay, maybe mom is on top of them, and this here is her fin, and this might be the large fin. That means in here somewhere is the baby. You know, it's kind of goes hand in hand with all these images. But now, isn't that a trip? I know there's legends out, there's legends, but every country has a legend of a mermaid, you know, and a merman. So maybe, you know, maybe they're real. I mean, this just blows me away. It really does. You know, anyways, let's go on to the next, huh? Okay, here's a group of images. I'm going to go ahead and turn it off and turn it back on so you can see the color and not the color, without the color. To see that you can see them actually without the color. You know, that's how I got them in. Pay attention to this green one right here, because that's going to be at the end of the video, and that's on the back of the moon. I'm kind of running short on time here. This video's been too long. I'm glad you guys stuck with me, so I'm going to go ahead and try to be quick about this, and you know, if you guys like it, maybe I can do another one, but let me just go ahead and get right with it here. Okay, this here is kind of a tan color, and I wanted to show you was, oh, okay, well, there's the pterodactyl one. There's a face. Here's the snake one right here. Again, let me get this out of the way. There's the triple tongue coming out. It's kind of a lousy job I did, but this is the eye, the top of the head, and the mouth is open, and the tongue is coming out. And well, this is where the alligator came from, as a matter of fact. And this is the other tower that was behind the alligator. You can see part of it, which is part of it there. Okay, and I'm going to scroll on out. There's quite a few images here too. Now this, you know, there's dead people laying everywhere, man. I don't have to explain that in a minute, but it's just really terrible. There's just a lot of, you know, faces laying down on the ground. Right here's an alien gray, and then there's another face here. I mean, you know, check out these eyes. You know, it's just amazing, the eyes itself. But This one here caught my eye right here. I was looking at the mountain right here. I go, wow, that looks like fingers. And I went on up there and looked. I said, oh my God. So I had to color it in. You know, it's got the eye, the nose, the mouth, and it's just laying there, waiting to be built on, I guess. And over here, we have a lady alien. Of course, this is supposed to be space, of course, and that was that one that's sticking up in the very beginning I showed you. Now, there's so many images that I'm going to miss not showing you, you know, and it's going to be kind of a drag, but if you like it, we'll do another one. Okay, let me move on to the next. Okay, this has got like 200 images on it, but we're just going to show. I'm going to show you just the ones that stand out. Okay, here's another tower, kind of an odd one. And, well, here's the human, which I think is human right there. Okay, and now let's go on over to these 3 images, and they're kind of bundled up together. Kind of weird, aren't they? I'll be showing you this alien here in a second too. That'll be next. And okay, of course, there's the gorilla. Let's move on up to. I think I showed you this king earlier, where he's standing there. He's got his standing there. He's sitting there. He's got his arms crossed. He's kind of looking over the canyon. Thinking it's king anyway. I have no idea. Okay, let's move on over to this one. And that's another devil-looking thing. This here creature eats. He's just always eating the dead things that are laying around. You know, I mean, let me tell you, pretty gruesome. It is pretty gruesome. No wonder why they don't want to show it to us. Okay, moving on up this area here is another group right here, and let's get onto the main one over here. Well, let's see. Yeah, I forget that one. Go on to here, and okay, I'm going to scroll out right here, and I'm going to show you this one here. Move this in here, thing out of the way again. Okay, you know, there's a lot of images within the big image I'm going to show you in a second. You know, like this one, and they got a fish or a snake. It looks like a fish because it stops right there. Eating another fish, and looks like that the other fish is eating a duck. You know, it looks like a duck anyway. You know, yeah, pretty odd, huh? Okay, I'm going to go ahead and scroll out and show you the big image here that blew me away. I didn't see it until I was, you know, coloring in until I stopped right here. I'm not coloring in, shading in, you know, trying to get the color to come out. And look at that, a prehistoric fish. Isn't that neat? You know, I couldn't believe it. I go, oh, whoa, because I tried to figure out where that eye came from, you know. And it's got, you know, look at the sharp teeth, you know. And you know, I looked up and researched prehistoric fish, and well, that's pretty much what it looks like, you know. And maybe this tower right here is going to be the top fin. I'm not sure, but that's really a trip. It's huge, you know. No telling how long that is, you know. You know, 50, 60 miles. I have no idea, but that's really neat, isn't it? Fantastic. Okay, let's move on. Okay, this is the first image I worked with. This was the bottom right-hand corner of the main image. This is the alien I spoke to you. This being his eyes. He's sitting down. He's sitting down on the pedestal, which is right here in the background. And this being the man alien, the lady alien, and right here there's a baby. I know this because I've, you know, been into the thing so much to try to clear it up. It's just been, it's hard. It's very hard. And then, you know, there's 3 little boy aliens and maybe a girl alien in the back right there that are like peering into the camera. It's odd that it happened that way, you know. And then there's a lady alien in the middle, and yes, they have breast. You know, the reason why I know this is because of the Find Edge tool and the, you know, the avatar. As I've released this right here, you can see right there. That's the edges. You know, that's the edges, and you can see this little thing he's holding here, which is probably an air respirator. I'm gonna go ahead and zoom on in here, and you can see how this works. It's, you know, there's the edges right there. Okay, now I'm gonna go ahead and zoom on out. And right in this area right here, I got all the way down to street view, and it's really a trip. So let me go ahead and do that real quick, which is right here. Now this is all the way down, and you can see that Here, let me go ahead and put the color there on right there. Okay, look at this. You know, so this is probably some kind of a creature up here in his eyes, you know, and all these windows, and then it's got this little tower. This might be the alien courthouse or something, and it's got a little overhang right there, and then all these lights and windows all the way around, you know. And then of course here we go with a picture within a picture again, because these images are on there, and this one here also. Let me go ahead and get rid of the color so you can see it's there, and then come back, and that's probably a snake. But now we're seeing the find edge tool, but we're seeing all the way in, so this is interest going in, you know. And then on the top, you know, it's got some kind of a beacon, and then a couple aliens on the top. I mean, that's all the way down to street view, you know. It's really a trip that I got that far using that edge tool, you know, and working it. So that was really a trip. I mean, this photo right here, I just wish I could get in clearer, but you know, it is what it is right now. And the dog, I'm not sure about the dog, you know. As I do the find edge avatar, you know, I couldn't, you know, that I can't be for sure, but you know, the rest I'm positive on, you know. So this is kind of the family photo, I suppose, but it is really a trip. On to the next. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and finalize this by showing you a picture of Mars. You can find this picture just by searching Mars and photos. That's how I came across it. But if you notice up here on this image right here, it's, you know, looks like it has a set of eyes, and it's got a tower, and to me it looks like it shouldn't be there, you know. If you stand back and look at it, well, to me it looks like, well, like what we've been looking at the moon, you know, the same kind of features and everything else. But what really got me is I was looking at this, all these black spots in this area. You know, to me it looks like a cover up. I don't understand why it's there. If you notice, there's big black blotches, excuse me, and then there's like a little leg off to the left on a lot of these, you know, leg off to the left, leg off to the left, leg off to the left. You don't see it to the right. So I decided to take the dodge tool and uncover one of these and see what it was all about. And go ahead and lighten this up a little bit. And looks like a set of eyes, you know. I mean, all of them is going to have the same thing, you know, one right beside the other. And I'll lighten up the top here a little bit. And I'll go ahead and throw the sharpness tool on it to sharpen it up a little bit. So my computer will catch up to me again. Okay, and you know, it's got that green hue to it, and to me it looks like an image, you know. So you know, it's very possible that Mars has the same thing, you know. It's very, very possible. Okay, this is the back side of the moon, of course, and I just wanted to scroll in real quick and we'll finish this video up for you. You know, if you take a good look, like, let me scroll in here, you see right in here, this area, and then you see a long line below it. Well, there's a tower. You know, it's right in front of our faces. This here is probably an alien head, and you can see the tower going below it, and it has a round thing. And also with this one right here, you know, this. So you know, it's right in front of our faces. You know, if we take a good look, and especially right here, I'm going to show that to you right now as a comparison to the one of my photos. Okay, the one on this one on the left-hand side, forget about that one. But take a look at the one on the right. You remember seeing this statue, this tower thing previously? Okay, now you take a look at the eye, and to the right here, you see another little lighter color blotch. Well, we have the same thing. And you got the eye, look up here, you got these two, and so does this. Okay, now if you look at the whole image in general, you notice that from this eye over, there's a lot more. Let's call it hair or whatever, you know. And if you look over here, from this eye over, it's got more hair, you know, whatever you're gonna call it, more, you know, more of the features. So to me, in the beak, you know, this is identical, almost identical. You know, and so it's right in front of our faces. This is, and there are a lot of other things that are on the back of this moon are there, and we think it's just, you know, a coincidence. I don't think so. It's not a coincidence. It just, there is no way. Then I'm going to go ahead and bring you in with this here. Now this is one of the images that NASA has put out, a bunch of images of the galaxies recently. Well, this is one of the images that I pulled up, and this is an image right here that is on one of the new NASA images. To me, you know, if you scroll in here, you see this triangular area here and this triangular area here. That looks the same. The eyes look the same, and this is kind of the flesh eater. this is a flesh eater on the moon, and it eats the flesh. I'm going to explain that to you in a second. And this is one of the photos. This is one of the remakes that they did, and here is this image right here. Take a good look at this image here. It's really strange, and this is amazing new photos from NASA. And there's just all kinds of them. These are fakes. Straight up, they're fakes. They're not real. And if you want to check them out, that was on BuzzFeed.com. But there is no way that these are real. So I'm just going to go out by saying, hey, it's right in front of our faces. It really is, and we need to be told about this. And it's sad that I found myself the images, the dead images that are laying around, and with the flesh eaters eating flesh out of them. I found myself not wanting to show all those because they're so gruesome, they're so morbid, And so there's a lot of really freaky things on the moon. So, maybe that's one of the reasons why NASA is covering up, because it is morbid. It's really pretty sick in a lot of the areas. And a lot of them, are funny, and then some of them are just kind of weird, So you guys make up your own mind. And I hope you enjoyed this video. I know it was long. I apologize for that. But y'all make up your own mind, and this is all for real. Y'all take care.
And today's announcement of a really fascinating result about current water on Mars is one of the reasons why I feel it's even more imperative that we send astrobiologists and planetary scientists to Mars to explore the question of, is there current life on Mars? From the Curiosity rover, we now know that Mars once was a planet very much like Earth, with warm, salty seas, with freshwater lakes, probably snow-capped peaks and clouds and a water cycle, just like we're studying here on Earth with our Earth science satellites, the water cycle here on Earth. But something has happened to Mars. It lost its water. But we still have, in the atmosphere and on the surface, for the most part, but we still have this question of, did life arise on Mars once, and can we find out?
Mars suffered a major climate change and lost its surface water. Today, we're revolutionizing our understanding of this planet. Our rovers are finding that there's a lot more humidity in the air than we ever imagined. As we ingest the soils, they're moist, they're hydrated, full of water. These discoveries are very important, but they were only part of the hydrological cycle on Mars that we're just now beginning to understand. What we're going to announce today is that Mars is not the dry, arid planet that we thought of in the past. Today we're going to announce that under certain circumstances, liquid water has been found on Mars.
A message very unpopular, and many people won't like them. Many Christians won't like the two witnesses that is mentioned in the Bible, because they will bring bad news to the people. And also the two witnesses they will know that they are the two witnesses. To begin with, I know that many brothers don't know what I am talking about. For those that don't read the Bible, I will explain a little bit more. Because in the Revelations book, it says that two witnesses will appear. They will be known as the two witnesses. And they will go to different places around the world, carrying out a bad message, a message of judgment around the world. This is what I'm talking about the witnesses in the Bible. The question is, if the two witnesses are with us, they will know that they are the two witnesses? I don't think so. They won't know that they are the two witnesses. And if they knew it, for sure they will not say it to anybody. Why? Because it will be not humble to say, I am the Bible, I am one of the two witnesses. In the case that the two witnesses know that they are the two witnesses. Now, the Christians, could sometimes recognize the two witnesses. They will know who they are. They will say, those are the two witnesses. And Jesus said, if Jesus, they killed Jesus, they didn't recognize Jesus as the Lord, then what will happen to the two witnesses? For sure, they will not recognize them. They will kill them, the two witnesses. And before the end of the 7 years, at the middle, before the 3.5 years, they will kill the two witnesses. And after 3.5 days, God will resurrect the two witnesses, and they will go to the heaven. Only after that, the people will know that those two persons were the two witnesses that is mentioned in the Bible, that in September 2015 it will come an asteroid. I didn't know where this information came from. So I spoke to God and I asked Him if the asteroid, if any asteroid will hit the Earth in September of 2015. Because they're giving a date like 22 of September 2015, something like that, that an asteroid will hit Earth. And I asked God this week, and about the asteroid that is talking about so much, that supposedly it will hit the Earth in September of 2015. In the 22 and 25th, around the 22 of September 2015, God told me that this asteroid that they are mentioning, it will approach the Earth, but it won't touch the Earth. It won't hit the Earth, because God told me that this is the small asteroid that God told me in 2014. However, it will not touch the Earth. However, it will explode in the air, and will be a very bright light in the air. And everybody will see it. Many people will see it, and will explode in the air without touching the Earth. And maybe, how it told me the Spirit, not because of natural causes, but because it will explode because of a nuke. Somebody will send a nuke to destroy the asteroid, maybe. But no asteroid will touch the Earth 2015. I want to be clear on that. I am very sure that those people that believe the wrongly idea of the Puerto Rican person, Efraín Rodriguez, that the asteroid will hit any time Earth. I know that those people that believe this message, that any time it will hit the asteroid Earth, they are not keeping food and water right away, right now. But maybe, even if they don't tell them, they don't keep food and water because they are waiting, they're believing that the asteroid maybe will hit the 16th of May 2016.
No, ya en cualquier momento cae. En cualquier momento. Pero adentro en sus corazones sienten que no es.
In their hearts,
Entonces tarde se darán cuenta que tuvieron a los testigos entre.
Then they will know too late that those two persons were the two witnesses. Only they will know when they have been resurrected. The people will be happy that the two witnesses have been killed because they sent too many bad news to the people. The people will not like them. They said, maybe they will say because they didn't like how they speak. The way he talked didn't reflect the love of God. Those people, they don't read the Bible. They don't know the Bible. Those people that live lukewarm and they think that they hear the Holy Spirit, they are mistaken. Because many times it's a bad spirit or a demon or Satan that speak to them because they are lukewarm. They are not hot for Jesus, hot for God. So they are deceived by bad spirits or demons. They hear many things convenient for the kingdom of Satan, but not for God. Imagine what happened to the two witnesses. They are chosen for God. And what will happen to us that we are given the bad message, a message not popular? We will have many problems as well. Many people said, if the asteroid come to the Earth, touched Earth, it should not touch in 2016, but this year, in 2015. Why they say that? Some people are mad or jealous because they said they choose me to give this message about the asteroid that will hit Earth in the 16th of May 2016, a 9-kilometer diameter asteroid built mainly by ice that will destroy everything near. I don't know if the highest mountain will serve to hide from this disaster. When I heard the news, in 2010, God told me that you cannot hide of me. Wherever you go, I will bring you here.
Es por eso que ahora tengo la responsabilidad, entre otras cosas, porque son muchas.
That's why I have the responsibility. I have the responsibility to bring this message, not popular, that causes fear to many people, and that many people deny it.
Dicen algunos pastores, me comentan algunos fieles, algunos hermanos que me escriben.
Some pastor comments that write me, and they tell me, I asked to my pastor and to know if it is true those judgment dates and to put it in prayer, but they didn't ask me. They didn't respond me what the Holy Spirit told them. And some pastors, some people said that it's not good, this kind of message, because they are very negative. It's not a popular message. Many people don't like this kind of message. Some people said the best part is to come. And it's not like that, but you can understand that maybe it could be a good part, could be because of the arrival of Jesus, but some people think it's because you will have money, you have prosperity. But the best part is to come because Jesus will come and the will of God will be done. But many people don't want to understand that will start with many judgments in the earth, with asteroids, with earthquake. As I say, people don't want to hear bad news. How I said before, you are witness, you will be witness of the second coming of Jesus. I hope you will surpass the difficulties that we will live in those days. Now talking about the witness, the two witnesses that the Bible talks about, that of course they have to be born yet, and there should be around 50 years old. When they will appear, they will send gentlemen. The small asteroid that God talked to me, it won't arrive in September 2015, but it will explode in the air between the 8th and 9th October 2015. That is the small asteroid that God talked to me.
Tu hora por fin ha llegado. Esto es global, ya no lo puedes ignorar. Extiéndele tu mano y su camino sigue ya. No esperes que sea tarde, que solo puedes quedarte en la oscuridad.
The title of this message, The Small Asteroid. Since some days ago, today is the mid-June, and since some weeks ago, there is something in the internet, some news that I don't know where it comes from, but it is about an asteroid that is about to hit the Earth around September 2015. And this is something that it has been alleged to the servant of God in Puerto Rico.
Vamos a hablar precisamente de ese asteroide. Por eso el título del mensaje, el asteroide pequeño, que tampoco pequeño no es, ¿no?
The asteroid is not that small. We will talk about the small asteroid right now.
Antes de entrar de lleno al tema, quiero decirles lo siguiente.
I want to tell you something before starting the main topic.
que el Señor
I think that
me diera tiempos para sus juicios a la tierra. Lo he dicho antes, lo reitero.
I didn't ask God that He give me dates about His judgment to the earth.
De mis deseos en el corazón.
This is more than my heart
De
desires.
lo que yo pudiera haber planificado en mi vida, porque esto viene de la eternidad.
I didn't
Esto
plan
viene más
this.
allá de mi nacimiento,
God planned
más
that
atrás.
these
Dios me
dates,
dijo que Él me había
He
creado con
decided
una
to
sola
give me
razón
these
y un
dates.
propósito, que le sirviera.
He asked me to serve Him.
Por eso me dijo